And we've talked about this often through the course of the preseason with this team. And one of the New Year's resolutions, or even coming into the year that I've talked about, and you've heard me say this before, we wanted to get rid of that label of couging it, because we want to turn that into a whole new meaning that we couged it out. Because to me, again, Cougars hunt you down. They stay on the prowl, they stay in it, they finish you off, they close it out, and that's what this team did again in this game. They've had several opportunities to do it this year, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. I thought Washington was exceptional in the first half of this game. As hard as we got ready for them, we knew everything they were going to do. We could not stop them, and believe it or not, we stopped them in the zone. We had a hard time stopping them in man, and the zone did it. We switched up a couple of times going down the stretch just to keep them off balance. And I thought they did a tremendous job in the first half. We did a tremendous job with our defense in the second half to give ourselves a chance to regain our composure. I've often talked about Malachi, and I've compared him to Rittenauer and Brooks. I don't know if Aaron Brooks could have played like this in his freshman year. He did it his senior year. But for a freshman to come back home in this environment and have the poise, not only want the ball, but have the poise to make the plays consistently, that shows you his potential greatness down the road. I thought he was exceptional in the game, and obviously Josh Hawkinson to be able to come over here one more time was just fantastic.
What did Malachi show you during the non-conference portion of the season that made you confident he could do that out in a situation like this?
When I saw him in high school, I remember calling my assistants and saying, he's Luke Rittenauer. He even kind of looks like Rittenauer because he just controlled the whole game. He just took over games, and he didn't have they're a pretty good team, but he had to do a lot on that team. When he came in, we were shocked at his basketball IQ. And here's somebody that is one of the smartest students in the classroom on the team, tremendous basketball IQ, and probably has the best work ethic on the team. We didn't know his greatness until we went to Italy. And we saw him over in Italy against bigger, stronger, more physical players that were going to body him up. His composure just controlled the whole games over there. And that's when we knew we had a really good point guard sitting here. It was just a matter of teaching him offense, Ike accepting it, Charles accepting it and playing off the ball, giving him the opportunity to grow into the position, and he's done a wonderful job.
Team-wide, the way they came out in the second half, what led to that? What sparked them?
Utah stayed at home. Montana stayed at home, rallying for Curtis Allen. I think it's a heart attack on the road over in the Virgin Islands. Utah Valley, Santa Clara, they've shown flashes all year long of what they could be. And when they talk and play with that spirit, they just play at a different level. So I think the thing we talked about in the locker room was we didn't play very well in the first 10 minutes. They dominated the game. We were down 7. We were getting the ball. Now let's regain our composure. We knew the zone could lock them up, and the confidence just came. Their confidence and the emotion just came into the game. We got up tempo, started running, and everything started clicking after that.
You've been trying to get fans to come out to the home games. You probably had as many here today. Did you notice their presence?
We definitely noticed their presence. We're playing up in Spokane so that in a bad weather time of year, the fans do not have to come down the road to us. We're going to bring the show up to them, and I'm hoping people will come across town and come out and see this team. They deserve a good crowd up there in their second conference game because they will respond. They will respond to the energy and the emotion of the building. So even though we had a great Coug fan here, they even responded to Washington's energy in the building. It took us to another level as well, too.
Did you urge Malachi there at the end to be aggressive, or is that something he kind of took upon himself to do and kind of lift his team?
He knows when I call his number what he's supposed to do. And those are the exact same plays we ran for Rittenauer and Brooks down the stretch, the high ball screens, 3 screens, 2 screens. He just picks and chooses the mismatch and takes off. I thought he was exceptional down the stretch, just having poise, knowing when to go, knowing when to slow.
For the non-freshmen, the 4 senior starters, what can a win like this do going forward, just in terms of their psyche, their mentality after last year?
I'm hoping that it allows them to understand how good they can be. And they have an opportunity to leave footprints, particularly Josh and Ike, that have been through so much losing. They can change their fate right now. And all they have to do is play with that energy and that spirit and keep playing together and have confidence. They're a good enough team to do it. And this was a big step to not lose confidence in this hostile environment, to really regain their composure and close out a game. This is a huge step.
How did Fultz look to you in person?
Exceptional. I mean, for a freshman to do what he does is just, he's got size, he's got skill. You know he's going right, and he still goes right and scores on you. I just think he's a very, very, very gifted player.
Do you think it was a kind of a moment for your team at all when Viante was able to make that layup and shield?
It was a huge moment from him making the steal and the layup. Huge moment for Robo getting a block and a rebound down the stretch. For those 2 local kids, for Josh Hawkinson to get 26, for Malachi to win the game. Those are 4 kids on this side of the mountain over here that we want to continue to recruit over here. So I'm happy for them that they have success. It'll give Viante and Robo a tremendous amount of confidence to come over and do this.
Thank you.